there's no doubt that the light is going to shine on President Trump, the harm that he has done to the country from the Democratic Party's perspective. But there will also be a lot of fresh new voices, a lot of energetic voices. We were just talking about Conor Lamb, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, not to mention Kamala Harris, of course, the vice presidential pick. So the Democrats will be presenting an affirmative vision for what they hope to do, but the contrast will be all over the convention about the vision that President Biden and Kamala Harris seek to put forward as opposed to what President Trump has done.
And Charles, we heard again in our reporters segment there, Michelle Obama saying those famous lines from the last campaign, which was, when they go low, we go high. Do you expect a change in this election for the Democrats? When they go low, we're going to go low as well?
No, I do not. But it does seem increasingly to the Democrats, and actually more than just the normal Democratic base, that there's a four-alarm fire going on. I know that you guys also talked about the United States Postal Service. And so there are increasing questions, not just about the negativity that Trump puts in, accusing Kamala Harris of not being a United States citizen, not being eligible for this, which is false, but also about the danger that President Trump is putting U.S. institutions, no less the integrity of the Democratic vote, come November.
I'm glad you brought up the Postal Service issue there, because it could be argued that this is the Clinton emails argument of the last campaign. This is now the distractionary tactic, or the tactic being used as we head into November 3rd. What is your read on how this is going to play out? We were discussing off air earlier. Has a Postmaster General ever been so busy?
A Postmaster General has never been so busy in trying to sway the election for the president who appointed him. You know, this is a really big deal because there is nothing more important to the integrity and the fair functioning of democratic societies than the sanctity, the integrity of the vote. And because of the pandemic, potentially up to 40% of Americans are going to seek to cast their votes by mail. Now, this is going to put a big strain on the United States Postal Service, because you both have to mail all those votes, but also then have people send them back to their election officials in order that they get received in time to be counted. Now, Trump has for a long time raised false allegations about fraudulent mail-in voting. The irony abounds here because he and his wife just put in for absentee ballots themselves in the state of Florida. But on top of this, he's been calling for cuts to the U.S. Postal Service. And Rosanna, as you just said, he's installed a new head of the Postal Service who has cut back on mail delivery at a critical time now that seems to be causing huge delays in mail across the United States. So yes, there are a lot of things with the Postal Service that are bringing this to a head. And it's in fact why Nancy Pelosi has asked Congress to come back early on the 24th, so next week, in order to make sure that the Postal Service is funded and taken care of.